It is my testimony that the border is secure.
The president have worked very hard to implement a strategy when it comes to the border that is humane, safe, and has orderly enforcement.
Things are going at the border, sir.
Much better than you all expected.
We have a secure border in that is a priority for any nation, including ours and our administration.
We have responded with a model approach that has proven to work.
We have taken unprecedented action over the past year and a half to secure our border.
And we have a process in place to manage migrants at the border. We're working to make sure it's safe and orderly and humane.
The border is closed.
We agree that the border is secure.
We're executing a comprehensive strategy to secure our borders.
One of our highest priorities is to ensure that we have a secure border, and that is what we are doing.
We are stopping the flow at the border.
The border is secure.
Hey, this your boy Belly, man. Welcome back to the channel, and put your fucking seatbelt on, guys, because America's definitely going for a ride, man. Let's get into the video.
A judge in Illinois just ruled illegal immigrants have the right to keep and bear arms. So rather than the circle with the line through it, we need like a thumbs up emoji there. The case is pretty simple. Police arrested an illegal immigrant living in Chicago with a gun back in 2020. They charged him for violating the federal law banning illegal immigrants from having guns. Been on the books for a long time. Judge Sharon Johnson Coleman just decided the Second Amendment applies to him, the illegal immigrant, like everybody else, so he can have a gun. In her decision, she wrote that Humberto Flores...
And it's always some weird dude-looking bitch that the Democrats prop up. They always go get some black woman that wants to be a man and look like one. They go do all they fucking evil bidding. Like, look at this bitch. Obama appointed. And now she's giving illegals fucking constitutional rights. How? You're not a fucking American. The Constitution is for Americans only. And now you got this fucking anti-American, disgusting bitch giving them the right to carry guns over here while they literally tried to take our fucking guns from us for the last 3-4 years since Biden and his regime took over. They've literally been trying to get rid of Americans having guns. Law-abiding citizens having guns. And they turn around and say, hey, these fucking people who came across our border illegally can have them. Like, when are people gonna fucking wake up, man? If you're not convinced by now that Democrats are trying to destroy you in your fucking life, man, you're just always gonna be pathetic, man, and pitiful. And you're a bot NPC. You're a fucking zombie brain bot NPC sheep. Whatever other label I can put on you for not thinking for your fucking self at this point.
Received and used the handgun solely for self-protection and protection of property during a time of documented civil unrest in the spring of 2020, the summer of love. Court documents show Flores fired the gun.
Oh, the summer of love? The summer where they burned down everybody's fucking store and caused so much damage to the streets? And, you know, they claim it was because of black people, BLM, not getting treated right. They burned down, like, small black business owner stores. I seen multiple videos of them crying about it. Even dudes standing outside like, why are y'all doing this to me? I'm black, too. You think they gave a shit about him? No, they didn't. Still burn this shit to the ground.
Moving cars during the BLM riots in Chicago. He argues police officers warned him about looters who were approaching his neighborhood. Key to this ruling is the judge says Flores' conduct heavily impacted her decision. He had no criminal record and was not considered a risk to public safety. This case is just one of many challenging that federal statute that prevents illegal immigrants from possessing a firearm. There are cases unfolding in states nationwide. Shan Wu is here, former federal prosecutor, turned criminal defense attorney, once a very senior officer at the DOJ. Good to see you. Should I be shocked that an Obama appointee found a gun control law that she didn't like?
No, but I think it's very fascinating that this whole push towards expanding the deference to the Second Amendment, in some ways has kind of come full circle here, where something that really seems counterintuitive, the idea that someone who's not here legally still has that right, and you can't use this particular statute, which is commonly known as the felon in possession statute. But the way it's written, she really zeroed in on the language. He's not a felon. And the gray area, of course, is whether or not his status, and frankly, I think the way he was using the gun calls a little bit into question, you know, how peaceful he is.
No, I mean, I guess the question, though, is what constitutional rights and protections then become absolute, right? Because illegal immigrants are still counted in a census. That is a huge deal in terms of representation.
How insane is that? Illegal immigrants are counted in our census, which gives the House, like, way more seats, like, depending on where you at. Like, they move a shit ton. They know everybody's leaving California, New York, and Chicago. So they move a shit ton, over 10 million illegals into these cities so they can get more House seats. They're trying to become a one-party ruling state here in America, and nobody just seems to fucking understand that. They're trying to do everything they can to keep the power with Democrats. With these fucking pedophile, anti-American, like, they fucking destroy kids' minds on the regular. Look at all this LGBT weird lies shit they pushing on the mental illness. They don't do nothing but push mental illness and destruction on America. And I'm fucking sick of it, man. I'm just sick of it. I'm over this shit. Now they saying that these illegals can't. They've been killing Americans. They're not even supposed to fucking be here. And now they saying they can carry guns. Yo, anybody with a D for Democrat by their fucking name should never hold office in this country for fucking centuries.
But then where do we get to right to work, or right to vote, or right to have a license to practice medicine, or right to have a license to do all of these other things? Isn't this opening Pandora's box?
It could be. I do think, I hate to say this, but I think Congress would have to be a little bit more powerful here, because there's no question that the Constitution applies to people who are not here legally. They're, quote, persons under the Constitution, so that makes perfect sense. The problem here is you need to draw the statute more narrowly, and you might have to actually specify that being here in a non-legal status would also make you not eligible to carry the firearm.
Interesting. You have to think about what you said of Congress actually doing its job, which they rarely seem to be able to do. Key part of the ruling, Justice Clarence Thomas wrote in the court's majority opinion, we hold that when the Second Amendment's plain text covers an individual's conduct, the Constitution presumptively protects that conduct. Look, you talk to a lot of folks. You're pretty popular in liberal legal circles. Was there a bit of chuckling when people read this? Was it sort of, yeah?
I think so. I mean,
more than a bit?
Yeah, it feels like a little bit, you know, chickens coming home to roost.
In what sense?
In the sense of it's been associated, not entirely accurately, but it's very much been associated with the conservative court, a conservative movement to really expand the protections of the Second Amendment for gun owners. And here, of course, it kind of comes into conflict with the idea of, oh, we also have to include this big issue with
so you said that the
immigrants.
Congress might have to do its job, right? Flores was here illegally, therefore he broke a U.S. law by coming and by staying. So this is that the Second Amendment applies without Congress amending the law. So Congress could pass a law tomorrow that says illegal immigrants cannot have weapons, period.
Right.
And that would fix this situation.
I think so, yeah. I mean, I would agree. You have me in funny positions. I'm agreeing with Clarence Thomas, too. But I think he's exactly right.
It's 2024, odd things happen, don't they?
It's this presumption. The Constitution creates that presumption that whether you're illegally here or not, you have that right as a person here. But if the specific law says you're not allowed to possess it because of your status or a crime you've committed, then that would fix the presumption.
All right. Andrew Roberts, I thought, rightly pointed out, he's one of our star producers, that you've got a lot of these cases in different courts, so it probably ends up at the Supreme Court at one point or another. But oftentimes these district judge rulings and everything else play into other cases. And if you, as the left is sort of chuckling and saying, hey, this serves Second Amendment activists right, they're also saying, look, that these kinds of rulings then play into driver's licenses, and whether the driver's license of a California resident who's an illegal alien is valid in Texas. How does that play out now?
That is really the tension with the federalism system. You obviously have situations in many areas of the law where the states have like this patchwork of differing kinds of decisions. And the Supreme Court, I think, it's hard to tell when they're willing to nationalize something. They're clearly willing to do it in the election context here. But for something like this, I think they're going to keep punting to Congress, which, as you're kind of suggesting, means that nothing may happen.
Thanks for watching. Go to join and...
Man, this is fucking Looney Tune world. And damn, that might be the end of America, man. It just gets worse by the fucking day. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video before I go on a Kanye West rant out this bitch, man. Y'all seen it like I seen it, man. Let's make America great again before we not have it anymore. I'm out.